Lately, my For You page on TikTok has been full of people showing off their dining hall food. And I'm a little bit jealous. But you know, as someone who goes to the school with the 9th best dining hall in California, I could not pass up this chance to brag a little bit, okay? But in the meanwhile, here's my fuck-ass oatmeal. Yum. When it comes to struggle meals, I know a lot of other people who rely on things like noodles, instant ramen, chips. But for me, it is oatmeal. I can't live without it at this point. Guess who's having oatmeal today? Second time today. Oh, the liquid just spilled over. Before coming to college though, I used to shit on oatmeal and water. But joke's on me. My morning always starts off with a humongous cup of water because I find that I am extremely dehydrated when I wake up. Because I had an 8 a.m. on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays of my first fall quarter, I couldn't go to the dining hall on most days. So, what would I do instead? Scavenge my dorm room. Sometimes it was a banana. Other times it was a cookie I stole from the dining hall the day earlier, but today was actually a better breakfast because I had fruit, yogurt, and granola. Usually my breakfast is not this amazing. Now, when it comes to breakfast at my dining hall, they always have the same thing. A yogurt bar, a bakery section, bagel station, and usually some sort of breakfast plate with eggs, potatoes, and some sort of meat. Usually pork. And luckily, my dining hall isn't too bad of a walk. Usually on the weekends, I prefer a bigger breakfast just because the dining hall opens up later. Yogurt bowl, a scone, and breakfast plate. Breakfast is usually the highlight of my day at my dining hall, but you know, it's like okay. Eventually you do get tired of it, sadly, but I really like their scones. They haven't let me down once. And even though it's been about 10 weeks, it still feels wrong to leave my dirty dishes to someone else. And since I filmed this video during Thanksgiving week, you also get to see what I eat at home, too. It is now breakfast time once again, so here's what I'm having. Pancakes, apple, and almond butter, and some atole. And since I got invited to Friendsgiving, you have to taste test, right? So this is what it looks like. I've got chocolate chip cookie bars and I've got my Rice Krispies done. Is having dessert the best thing for breakfast? This is the first official thing that I'm having to eat, which I'm not too mad about. Maybe not, but it's also not the worst thing either. This is for quality assurance, by the way. Moving on to lunch. There's always burgers and fries and pizza, but there's also usually a rice bowl area and a pasta bowl area. Sometimes they get fancy and do fish and chips, which I actually really like. I've been obsessed with these burritos. Okay, bean and cheese. And those burritos, they're actually really good and they're like less than $1 at Albertsons. And if you go to UCI, you know that it's an expensive ass city. So this is like one of my favorite finds. When it came to college meals, I had one goal: to always have one fruit or vegetable with every meal. And I think I did pretty well, honestly. It is 1 p.m. and I am currently having lunch right now. Beans again, spinach, and then these are broccoli patties. My mom makes them with cut up broccoli and shredded cheese and different spices. They're very similar to the ones that I made before, except I think these have a little bit more texture. It is now dinner time and I am so freaking excited. Dinner at my school is really a mix-up. Sometimes it's really good, and other times I have to rely on the salad bar for sustenance. So yes, this is a freaking repeat of lunch. And now that I've showed you what I eat, I figured it'd also be worth giving you a mini fridge tour. My fridge always varies week to week, okay? It never looks the same. Okay, so here's my fridge. Ooh, grapes. Probably gonna finish that burrito today.
Honestly, this is pretty better than most days. I went grocery shopping like a few days ago, so that's why it looks so full. I think that's why it has all these like dents and scratches and stuff.
I think it's hella important to use all of your resources. So I'm gonna show you what I get from my school's pantry that any undergraduate and graduate student too, I think, can visit. And it's kind of a long walk from my dorm, so don't be surprised if I start showing physical signs of tiredness.
This is why I'm so sweaty right now. I visited my school's basic needs center, and oh my god, whoa. And basically you're allowed to fill up one basket, and a basket can fill up a lot. I had food and hygiene items, but now I gotta put everything away and try to figure out what I'm gonna do with it. This is what my fridge looked like before. Now this is what my fridge looks like after.
So that concludes my video, and I have one last plea, and that is to hit that like button, turn on notifications, and subscribe.